piece that. Look around the club. What do I say? Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. Snapping their fingers, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves. That's the new move. Where I'm from, we like to go dumb. I'm soaking up the game. I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't shorty what they call it. She said the pool palace. Straight from bank.
We're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
The more that I, the more it's looking smooth. It's nothing to a boss.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Jason Sanders has us ready for the start. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. First carry of the game now, and here's Breece Hall. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Another run here with Hall. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He'll drop to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And a good run there. Will get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. Back to throw. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he's taken down up past the 35. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Dolphins first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
On the carry, it's Achane. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. The ball comes out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Now they'll set up to throw. Got it open downfield on the crossing route. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big-time play for the Dolphins. 31 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run, and it's Achane. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
70 Lions, go!
On the ground, here is Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
So on fourth down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. His kick is good. And the Dolphins are out to an early 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Tag. Cowboy 80. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Let's go.
The drive begins with a run, and it's home. He did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
So, from the 37, here's second down and a yard.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw. To the left side, he's got Tobin. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now, faking the give. Open receiver, it's Tolbert. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Ready? Ready? 19 tight, 19 tight. Liking 18. Let go.
They go back to Allen. And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 42-yard line, here's second and 7.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves. Warriors 70. Ready.
Again, here's Hall, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Steady.
Throwing now from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On 4th down, Daniel Whelan is on to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
They'll work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Now, breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he'll be out of bounds, but gives them some breathing room. Up to the 35-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Out to his right.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. On the give, it's Hall. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. The PAT up and good. And the Jets move out to a 7-3 lead. to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Rosario Thomas there for the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face 2nd down and 7. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Miami.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it, but in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
3rd and 11. Now he'll air one out. That is drawn in. And he will score. Touchdown, Dolphins. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are on top. It's now 10-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. Now a hit, and he lost the football. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Ray Cisco. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Jets' 21-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's to the receiver, Horn. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
It's going to be third. They need 1.
Let's go.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. On the run to the right. And he's going to have to...
Dang, circle.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
That is my second wrong button click.
And the Jets are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's long. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7.
Made at the 12-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
There's a short one caught by Taylor. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up here
Let's go
1st
now.
and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll stop at just over a minute remaining in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Viking 18.
Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10.
60 Vices. 72. Warriors 70. Ready.
receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
2nd and 10.
19 Lions. 10. 19, 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Back to the air one more time. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
Okay,
3rd and 5.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Get it. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
He'll drop to throw. He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. And it's going to be 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Finding room at the 35. Still going. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught to the right side by Waddle. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Now it's the Michigan man, Donovan Edwards. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. That one out wide to A-Track. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And it's been this elite pass defense that's made things very challenging for the offense so far. And that's only his first catch of the game. But, you know, sometimes, Mike, it's just that one play that gets you going. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone. David Montgomery. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. He'll throw. The throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds down at the 21.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
They'll toss it here to H.S. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A run up the middle with H.N. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10. They go from the 11. Once again, it's H.N. And he will score! Devon H.N. Touchdown, Miami. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Yep. Yeah.
Touchdown. Myers is back to boot this one away. From the 6.
Let's go.
You playing the game?
Yeah, playing Professor X.
Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 44-yard line.
Let's go.
They give to Hall. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Sixty Bison.
Back to throw. Hit as he throws and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would.
All for me to whoop his ass in my division.
Getting there in a hurry just ends up being a wasted down.
It is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the the ground, it's Achan. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Let's go now. 19, shot.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This is a play call I don't quite understand, Mike. Backed up on your side of the field. Just convert on 3rd down. Get a fresh set of downs, and then open up more opportunities to put the ball in the air. Now you bring up a 4th down decision deep in your own territory.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set. Set. Cowboy 80. Ready,
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get that to Wilson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard
Cowboy
line.
80.
They will run it over center with Hall. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Ready,
They'll
break.
empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd
Here we go, here
and
we go.
3.
Gravity Lions.
Throwing now from the gun. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
Here's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Set up. Viking 18.
In middle, that's the tight end, Taylor. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Gravity Lions.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Jets 1st down.
Gain of 10 yards.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Steady.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
Ready, ready. 60, back roll 80. Ready.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. There he goes, inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. He's got another one, his 2nd touchdown of the evening. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Hence the score, Dolphins 24, Jets 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Achane. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, Achane opens up this 4th quarter. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
No time, boy. Fucking over.
Not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
A fair catch taken here, and it could come right at the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Come on, set. Cougar 19, Cup 19, Cup 19.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Towards the middle, and that's Tolbert. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up as the 25-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. The defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now, faking the give. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Maverick, trap 60, trap 60.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Cowboy 80.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got the 1st down and more than that. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
First and 10 at the
Crack
49-yard
all
line.
80.
It's Hall running right. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 49-yard line.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Steady.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw to the outside. Complete. It's Wilson. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On the jump.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
Let's go now. 19 Lion. Go.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And it's caught aside by Taylor. And he will score. Game on. Mason Taylor. Touchdown, Jets.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On the handoff, this is H.A. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
44-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Exiting the pocket right. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Damone Clark. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first on the year.
3rd and a yard.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He'll try and run for the first down with Edwards. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It's never opened up. And now it's 4th down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13.
At their own 13-yard line.
On the check. Go! 60 Eagles, 7 Pirates, 18 Cardinals.
The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Cougar 19. Ready?
On 2nd down, the run with Hall. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
60 Bison.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hall. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
only a yard. It's 4th down.
Okay,
They need 8 yards to keep it going. 4th and 8.
get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, 18, Pioneer. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. taken in, and that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a fourth down stop to all but end this game.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense can take this one with 1:51 to go. Here comes 2nd and 4. Well run with H. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Moving to his right. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds on a very solid return. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Viking 18.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Lions. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Trap 60. Trap 60.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night.